Hello, everyone. Hope you're well. Thank you so much for joining this incredible presentation on which you are going to get to meet my client Faye and a whole case study of her incredible transformation. And the name without the reason is there, not a bounce back, but a rebuild. And it was twice because Faye came back to me after 2 pregnancies, and I was also getting her ready to her wedding. And if you don't know me well yet, I am Gosia Boyle, women's transformation coach and a mom. I am pre and postnatal qualified coach, and I help you in a global scale. I am also coaching women in US, UK, and in person in Glasgow. And I would love to help you understand what's possible. Hello, Faye. How are you?
Hiya. Good, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me on this call. And thank you so much for being so relatable. So I'll just pass this on to Faye right now, just to introduce herself and tell us a little bit more about what she has been going through before we all get started.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So I'm Faye, mum of 2. So my little one's 18 months and just turned 4. So it's just that crazy process. I work really a full-time job, so 5 days a week as environment manager for Scotland and Northern Ireland. So very limited time. So it's just working with Gosia to get myself back again, I guess, within my lifestyle. It's been really good.
And can you tell me a little bit more about why you contacted me for coaching?
Yeah, I guess over the years, I've been a bit all over the place. Like I'm a chocoholic, so it's trying to balance those cravings, definitely binge eating. As a dancer as well, like obviously a lot of negative images with food and with what you're meant to look like as a dancer. So really struggled with that and knowing what to eat, like to get enough energy to get through all the exercise I needed to do as a dancer. And then since I left dance college, it's trying to fit in time with the young family and also wanted to look good for my wedding with very limited time because I had a 5-month-old when I got married. So it's just all those challenges.
Yeah. When Faye actually came to me for the very first time, I remember we met at one of the baby classes, and it was just so nice that you reached out to me for help. And it was just about 8 weeks ahead of her wedding. She's postpartum. And I'm like, wow, there's so much that can be done in 8 weeks. But it really is down to how much you're going to use all the tools I'll give you. And you definitely use them all in full. And with regards to the struggles with the negative relationship with food that you've mentioned earlier, what particularly did you struggle with the most?
I think balancing those sugar cravings, like as someone that's obsessed with chocolate, you just want it all the time. So it was like learning what things I can eat to balance that. And not just going for the quick fixes and then having energy to do exercise on the back of that because I'm not eating well.
Yeah. And before you joined us, did you feel like you've been eating enough throughout the day and the chocolate kind of was one of the things that you were eating in a very high amounts, or was it that like you've not been eating enough? What was the pattern back in the day?
I guess probably sometimes you skip lunch and then you're so hungry you eat chocolate and crisps. So yeah, definitely negative, like probably meal skipping and then snacking too much, but feel like you've been good because you've not had lunch and things.
Yeah, and then you can have chocolate instead, which is quite the opposite, isn't it? Perfect, my love. So let's bring over this incredible transformation that you have had for the very first time when you joined us. So 8 weeks. It took you to lose how much?
Yeah, about a stone I lost. So, yeah.
That's insane. And can you tell me what has changed when you joined this program? And that was about 4-month program, but back in the day, it was 8 weeks that actually took you to get ready to the wedding day. 8 kilo, 8 weeks, the wedding day, you looked completely different person. What happened? Like, how did your day-to-day look like? What did you do? What did we implement? Tell people more about it.
Yeah. So I think the most interesting thing that stuck with me that you mentioned was that it's mostly diet. So I was thinking, like I've always been into exercise, that I could eat all the chocolate I wanted. And then as long as I ran 5K or something multiple times a week, then you'd burn it all off. But when you mentioned it's way more diet focused, I think that was the change for me because at that time I wasn't able to do much exercise because I'd had a C-section. So I wasn't able to do much like for the first 12 weeks. And I was getting married 5 months postpartum because of COVID. So it was really the diet changes were a lot more achievable for me at that time because I couldn't do any intense exercise. So some of the things that you made work for me were like the in-house workouts. So I could do it when my little one was sleeping, that were low impact. So there was nothing crazy at all. It was all stuff like mat-based and low impact things that were achievable for me. And then obviously helped me get there. So it was all learning the new things I could eat and maybe foods I wouldn't normally try. Like, so I didn't eat a huge amount of meat. So I was like trying things like tofu and chickpeas and chia seeds, like foods I'd never eaten before.
Yeah, with you particularly, we were introducing vegetarian/vegan diets. So that was very interesting because obviously you have had quite a bit of allergies and intolerances. So for those people that are here, maybe potentially have similar situation, just please know we do offer help with that as well. And that was very refreshing for Faye as well, that she could still trust me with the process, even though she is not a person that eats everything, and that's okay. You might have the same situation too, whether it's cravings that you have and maybe dislikes, but also allergies and intolerances as well.
I've got loads of allergies and intolerances, so like everything, like if there was a thing on the diet plan that I couldn't eat, you'd come up with a suggestion of what I could swap that out for and things, alternatives I could have. So that was useful.
Yeah, and we do these swaps all the time. So if you fancy something, I always like to put it together, and that was so nice as well, because that then makes it so much more doable. If you know that you can have your version of pizza in your diet plan that actually will fit in your calories, and you don't need to actually think about calories or macronutrients because I will do it all for you, then that makes it so much more simple, and you're still having the balance in between. And like you said, that food focus is very often neglected because people think I'll just go to the gym 6 times a week and that will work. But I've been there myself, training 6 times a week too, and it never worked until I actually started aligning my nutrition plan. And then I didn't have to train 6 times a week because it was way too much for what I was eating anyway. And it then brought results. So that's very interesting. What I wanted to also say to everybody, see the picture on the right, even though this is pretty much the same exactly how you looked like after the transformation, 8 weeks and later after 2. But this was a picture that Faye sent me 6 months later saying, I'm off the coaching now, but I just wanted to say and show how I look right now. Like I'm still maintaining these results. There's no yo-yo diet, and how incredible is that? So what has changed within that space that there was no yo-yo dieting? Would you say that your relationship with food has what happened with the relationship with food throughout these 8 weeks and the whole coaching program of 4 months?
Yeah. So I think like following the program, we're just trying to stick with the diet plan. Not as intense maybe because we're more trying to maintain weight, but because me and my husband were both doing it, it was really helpful. Yeah. So we're both following like not the same diet plan, but trying to stick with the things that you told us, like snacks, healthy meals, meal prep we could do together. So it's just trying to maintain that, like just less intensively after we finish the plan. And that's how we managed to maintain it. Yes, you say 6 months later, without doing anything crazy. Like I don't run marathons or anything. It's just busy mum, busy work, and then managing to make healthy alternatives, I guess.
Yeah, and working out 3 times a week at home only, and that was insane.
Yeah, so I don't do the gym or anything.
And your wedding day, how did that feel when you looked so stunning?
Yeah, it was amazing. And the wedding dress fittings were really interesting because when I first went for my fittings, probably before I spoke to Gosia, I couldn't fit into my dress. Obviously, it wasn't far off, like it wasn't terrible, but I just really wanted in my dress. It was my dream dress before COVID. So having come back to that, I think that was our 8th date finally when we got married. Yeah. So to get into my dress finally was amazing. And like all the fitting team was so impressed that I managed to lose the stone in the 8 weeks to get into my dress. And I just felt amazing. I felt like a princess.
Yeah, you looked insane. You looked so stunning. I still look at these pictures. And then the second pregnancy happened. Yeah. And Aaron decided to come on the way. And then Faye contacted me again. Yeah. And that was so nice. So what happened then? Can you tell us more?
Yeah, I guess the second time's even harder. Yeah.
Sorry, why have you returned?
Yeah. So I think I just slipped back into similar, like wasn't happy with my figure, like wanted to hide it. Like I've always loved my stomach and I felt I just didn't want to get it out and just wanted to hide my body more. I felt unsexy, I guess, and just not happy. And you feel it affects you quite a lot, just feel frumpy. And I just wanted to feel happy in my figure again so I can get back dancing, get back running and just be happy to show my tummy as well. It was hard the second time, even less time to do anything, less time
especially exactly. And this time we've done it completely differently because we knew you've got 2 kids roundabout, you've got your toddler, you've got your baby, you've got so much going on. And sometimes you're just not able to always go and work out. And that will be the case. We will follow the steps. We will follow what we can do. But actually, we'll change the approach from thinking we'll try our best, from thinking perfect to try our best. So if you can do it, you'll make it work. And again, Faye just done exactly the same, pretty much 7-8 kilo within space of 8 weeks again, losing over a stone, while getting the results straight after time postpartum. I think on the left-hand side, when you contacted me, how far away postpartum were you? Do you remember? I can't remember now.
No, I can't remember. Maybe
about 2 to 3 months. No,
I
couldn't tell, but I think maybe later. I can't remember. And these are the pictures where you're at right now, which is such a healthy place to be, maintaining the results and looking stunning, happy, full of energy. And that's what I'm loving to see, especially for somebody who's already passed our coaching and, loving the life. I wanted to really highlight a couple of questions to you because I know these are crucial, even though they are not so much related to the transformation that's physical. But let's chat about what we can see in the eyes. So how did your mindset shift?
Yeah, I guess I've always been like body focused. So it's stop obsessing about that and the weight and focus on healthy things, and healthy things I can pass on to my children as well, because they obviously see what I'm eating, how I'm behaving. So I noticed like when I'm focused more on healthy foods that they're more interested in it, like asking what it is and if they can try some, like sharing my smoothies and things. So I feel it's a healthier lifestyle for my children as well. Obviously noticed I've got more energy with that as well. It's not just, I guess it's not just to keep you healthy, but you actually feel better yourself. You feel you've got more energy to spend time with your children and to exercise yourself.
And do you feel that because you are eating so healthy on a day-to-day, obviously within the balance, because you still eat your chocolate and you're allowed that, would you say that they are eating more of that too? Does it impact them?
Yeah, little things. They're still little children that are fussy, but yeah, they're definitely taking some more of the positives that we both eat. So that's really good. I like to notice things like chia seeds, which I've never eaten before working with you. Like if I put them on their yogurt, they don't notice at all. They still eat their yogurts and things. So it's little things like that.
That's fantastic. And any other mindset shifts that you'd want to highlight?
No, I guess it's just thinking anytime you have to do in the evening, it's still better than doing nothing at all. So everything counts, like even if it's only 10 minutes. So sometimes like, the kids go down really late. So it's like 9, half 9 when I'm getting downstairs, and I'm like, you can just do 10 minutes. It's better than not doing anything at all. And then after you've done it, you just feel better in yourself. I'm really glad I did that, because I really didn't want to work out at that time of night, but then you feel happy with yourself.
And I love that, because we can't rely on the motivation all the time, but if we build the momentum by just attempting 10 minutes to see how we feel, well, if you don't feel like it after 10-15 minutes, just give it up. But I bet you won't. So that's so amazing. I've got lots of questions to you, because I know we are in the interest of time of everybody here. Anything in particular you want to highlight about our coaching style that stood out to you in particularly?
Yeah. So I just really like working with you because you're a fellow mum. Like I feel it's a lot more approachable and relatable. Like I know you've been through the same struggles with having to work out around the little one, and also how your body's changed since like pre-baby versus now, and the time challenges and just the other things that come with it, with the lack of sleep. Like neither of my children were good sleepers, so always getting woken up at night. And then just having like the personalized thing that you could chat to you, you're really approachable, so you can just drop me a message, say like, this meal thing isn't working for me, can you suggest any alternatives? Or I couldn't work out this week, so is there something else I can do, like in a hotel room, because I sometimes travel for work as well, like is there something I can do while I'm away that will still help me? So it's just being able to go back and forward to you and like work with you. And the other ladies in the group were really nice as well, so like pushing each other on, saying like, this is what I made for breakfast, and they're sharing what they've made. So it's like
I love that, because it brings energy. It's being around a like-minded woman that helps so much too. But also, this is a very safe space for anybody who's here and thinking about it. I don't judge. I help you and guide you. I don't judge you. So I know some people just are afraid to see something, or have not ate that, or I ate something else. That's okay. Like, let's see what we can learn from it so we can move forward. Last but not least, is there any message you would like to leave for women and moms that want to transform, but maybe time, low energy, lack of motivation, or maybe they're a bit held back? with things and thinking, am I going to be successful? What would you say to them?
I would say just do it, because you don't know till you try. Like, any change you can make is positive for you. If you've got children, it's positive for them. Like, they're seeing you do healthy things. Like, they're also interested in wanting to work out with you, to stretch with you, or to share the food that you're having. So like, you're putting a positive impact for them as well. And how much more, like, you can play with them, but you've got more energy and more, you're just feeling happier in yourself, and that passes on to them as well.
Love that. Thank you so much. And like I said, this space is so safe that I agree with everything that Faye said. If you don't try, you will never know. But I bet you will get incredible results. I can guarantee you that, if you are following through and using the momentum and advice and keep being honest with us, because that's exactly how Faye did. And look at her results in 8 weeks only, when she was actually coached by 4 moms altogether at each time. That's just insane what's possible. Thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you so much, Faye, for coming on for this call. Really grateful. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to get back to the chat or drop me a message and we can get you sorted. Thank you. Thanks again, honey. Bye.